it down to earth with, Davey Zars, Keymore, Brandon the Kid 39, and E Factor. Our social links are down in the description.
Don't forget Amadeus.
Oh my god.
He's in the
Also Amadeus,
The cat.
the cat of down to earth.
He's Eric's new cat.
Anyways, so I don't know why we decided to do a podcast, but we're doing a podcast and we're gonna have some fun with it. So, anyways, the first order of business is, who are we? Me, Kevin, and Eric haven't known each other. Well, I've known Kevin since kindergarten, but me, Kevin, and Eric have been friends since high school. We've been a little friend group since high school, and we just been, chilling. We three niggas, for real. And, anybody else want to say anything on that? Like, just us three?
Just us three. Couple musicians, gamers, you name it, we're, just...
Oh, no, I'm not a gamer. I'm a casual. Let's not forget that.
Yeah.
We have the casual. We have the
Eric doesn't beat games, by the way. But
don't stop with me. Don't even do it. Not today.
When the last time you played one of the games that you bought just now?
About a couple weeks ago.
Nah, when was the last time you played Assassin's Creed?
Oof.
I don't remember. Don't ask all these questions.
Okay. Anyways,
but we just regular dudes, and we just came to talking on podcasts,
Eric, you want to say anything?
Obviously, this is right.
No.
Like we in the middle of recordings.
No, but we're just we're very mentally challenged. I just really want you people to know that.
Correction, he is.
I know you ain't talking.
Anyways.
But we're very goofy, and this podcast might go left very quickly.
You might see them fight.
Yeah. This is the awkwardest friendship marriage I've ever.
It is not a friendship.
He said marriage.
Can we please fix that?
He said not even a friendship.
This is not a friendship.
It is a
Kevin, he no longer values you.
No,
he just let you know.
Listen, he is my whole husband, but he will be divorced soon.
Hey, just to let y'all know, in this podcast, you will see several times where Eric serves Kevin divorce papers. I just want to let y'all know.
Yeah, we're gonna have pink slips and everything. Anyways,
I've been divorced him since freshman year.
Yeah. I'm dead. So Brandon, you wanna say how you kind of met us and everything, since you're kind of the newest person to the group?
Well, hi. But I met Eric in high school.
High school? Wait a minute.
I met Eric.
I did not go to where.
Shut up. I misspoke. I met Eric in college. We were CBs in our marching band. And after a year, we actually, developed a friendship. And earlier this year, I was added to the group chat with these
gentle things.
These niggas.
And the friendship took off from there, although very slowly.
But we chilling now. But
ate up all my food. Listen.
Wow.
I gotta go grocery shopping.
Look, me and Brandon have been in Kentucky at Eric's crib for a week.
I live in good old Kentucky. I'm not telling you where, because you will get shot. I ain't lying.
He despises his hometown. I just want y'all to know that.
He does not despise.
I do not despise my hometown.
So then why don't you want to go back there?
I didn't say I didn't want to go.
He's so cute. Okay, anyways, so the first topic that I put on here.
Take a picture.
Come on.
Okay, so the first topic I put on here. Okay, so y'all know about Cyberpunk, right? All the news about it and shit. People getting mad, lawsuits and everything. On here I put, was Cyberpunk a flop? I honestly, in my honest opinion, I don't think Cyberpunk was a flop. I feel like it could have been done better, or everything that happened with it could have been better, like the way that they handled stuff. But the way that everything went, and because of COVID and all that shit, they couldn't get everything up to par, but they needed to release it because people was on bullshit for real.
Yeah. Like, my only thing is like, I get the thing with COVID, and I get that the game had to
Speak louder.
Oh, I get the thing with COVID. I get that there were certain restrictions put on it because they actually couldn't go into the studio. They didn't have access to everything that they would need, but that's a problem when the game had been postponed several times before that. Like I feel like if it had taken that long, I feel like when you released it, it shouldn't have been that buggy to where you had to actually offer like refundage. I feel like
That shit
5
got
years
taken off the PlayStation Store.
like I feel like
Can I
5
get my
years is
refund?
enough to polish is enough to develop and polish a game to where okay I get like a few bugs, like a few annoying things, but for you to have to recall it and be like, well dang, we just got a shoddy product. And it's not even that the game is bad, it's not even that the storyline is bad, it's just how is it that buggy. And it was like, this is 5 or 6 years in the making.
They started. They announced it in 2013.
Yeah.
So that's 7 years.
2013 and 2014 is one of those 2 years.
years.
That's
It got
trash.
pushed back at least 3 times.
That's true.
Yeah, but the reason it was getting pushed back is because of all the details and shit they try to add to it. Because like The Witcher itself, like the game that they made before this, is really detailed. So they were trying to do it kind of like that, and trying to add all those minute details in a game that's supposed to be of scale like how it is. It's kind of hard to test everything. And the one thing that I do want to say, do y'all remember No Man's Sky?
Yeah.
So
That
you know when
launched-
that came out, it was like a flop, right?
that launched
But they
bad.
didn't be like how it is with Cyberpunk. And I'm like, that game was supposed to be infinite possibilities.
Yeah.
I mean, like, don't get me wrong, No Man's Sky is a good game now. Like, they fixed their shit, right? Like it was up for Game Awards and shit, even though the Game Awards is pretty much rigged at this point. But like, so that's why I'm like, I'm not really for CD Projekt Red, the people who made it, but like at the same time, I'm sitting here like, why is everybody hopping on their shit when y'all literally gave them death threats to release the game?
So, okay, I want to say my point of view on Cyberpunk. I'm outside looking in.
Because you haven't played it yet. I think only me and
I-
Eric
Oh
played it.
I also haven't played it.
So
yet.
I'm
Because you
outside
watched me
looking
stream
in.
it.
Yeah, I watched him stream it,
And
the
Eric has
bugs-
actually played it.
and the bugs were just like, wow, that's kind of concerning.
Outside looking in. For real. Even though they announced it and they said it was gonna be on current gen, they should have said, "Look,
Fuck it, put it on next gen.
put it on next gen." And I believe that it should have been in for at least another year.
I would say like 6 months.
Like 6
Right-
months at
right,
least.
not like
Yeah,
a year.
Okay, because 6 months at the least. But I'm saying, because it just feels like, because I watched the game and it's just Fallout for me, and
Yeah.
mixed with like a couple of little here tweaks, and I seen like the tree and like how much depth it is to create your character, so I see all of that, but for real, the glitches. From outside looking at, I haven't seen any like game breaking. Like, okay, yeah, this is like unplayable, but it's just like,
Even though this shit was
Yeah,
kinda
it's-
unplayable on system.
yeah, all system is unplayable at all.
Because
but
one thing I want to say before you finish that is that like technically the version that's on newer gen systems is the old gen version, and then they have to release the new gen update.
yeah,
And I was like, how the fuck?
How is that gonna work?
so it's
Like,
it's
so wait. So the new gen has the old version of the game on it.
just it was slightly better.
It's like slightly better frame rate and shit, and
And
they're gonna release an update
that's
to
gonna-
make it be how it's supposed to be.
That's a stupidity.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Okay, with me playing the game, one,
By the way, he played it on PS4. I played
Yeah.
it on PC.
I still have the game. I didn't return it. I don't really think I will, honestly. But one, I'll talk about the pros first before I get on the cons, because that's how I was taught to, when you talk about constructive criticism, when you give it. One, the storyline, beautiful. I love it. I love how.
Don't get into like spoilers though.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I love how detailed it is. I love how you have these various parts. How you can go into the game. It's something that a lot of people have looked for and hoped for. Don't wake up my cat. And I really love that about the game. I even love how I love the open world. I know a lot of people, a lot of game companies have went that route. Any game that has to do anything, any game that is semi close to GTA is like
The
that.
next GTA.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hate. No, that's one thing I hate. Stop comparing video games like that because then it makes false perceptions of how you should perceive the game when you play it.
I talk about gameplay wise. I ain't gonna say next GTA because it doesn't.
No, I know, but I'm saying like that's how people try to.
I say Fallout because that's literally how it plays. It plays like Fallout. It's not like anything else. Like
No, I mean like when
can't think
people
of
are saying
anything
like
else.
this is gonna be a GTA killer. Like stop doing that. Because
Yeah,
at the end of the
yeah.
day, GTA's team is completely different than anybody
Yeah,
else's
exactly.
team.
And like now, when it gets to the con, overall, I really like the game, but the cons, my issue is this: how are you having this many problems when, like everybody said, you had 5 to 7 years to get this correct? I don't get it. I don't understand how. Okay, before COVID, no, that's not an excuse at this point, because you knew darn well that you was gonna release this game soon, even before COVID. Y'all, you have a release date. You have a plan. Y'all got a project.
But it was
y'all put
supposed
it
to
in
release
place.
earlier this year.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm
It was
saying.
It was supposed to
So-
release in like what, May?
It got pushed back 3 times.
So that's my thing. It's like, okay, so what is going on over there? If you're not ready, listen. Just stop telling people when we're gonna release the game. Finish the bad boy, get it together, and then give us a release date. Don't nobody care about these jacks and these cows with their little death threats. They ain't gonna do nothing. They gonna sit their fat butt behind a computer screen and keep running their mouth. They ain't gonna get up and do nothing. So stop worried about them. Stop worrying about them. Go and finish the products. Go and finish what you're doing. Because the thing is, I didn't pay $6 for a game that has crashed 5 times in one mission.
Something that's gonna
And-
brick
Right.
your
Man.
system overall,
Yes, it crashed 5 times in one mission.
bro.
And
even
I
even with
remember
me
that
playing
day.
on
Yes,
was
that
so
PC,
pissed me off. I
even
was
with
up
me
at 3
playing
o'clock
on
in the morning
PC,
trying
it
to
crashed
play
when I was streaming it.
You said what?
It crashed when I was
PC.
when I in the middle of me
Yeah,
streaming.
like-
It crashed and I had to restart my
Yo,
stream.
come on.
That
that's-
shit low key pissed me off because I was like, I have to turn off my
my
entire.
But
God.
one
PC
thing I will say
and
though,
start everything back up.
one thing I will say as to like why they probably did release it is because y'all got to think about it. Like if they kept postponing it, I feel like if they
Nobody would have bought it.
yeah, like they ruined.
They would have been pulling their pre-orders and everything.
Yeah, they ruined their credibility by the amount of times that they already postponed it before this year.
But that's
So
what I
I'm
was
saying-
saying.
but that's
They
what I'm
shoulda
saying.
Never did it like
But
that.
that's what I'm saying.
But
But
they-
even if they did, like you had to produce something because you can't like
but then you messed
you
it up
can't
even
push it.
worse. You killed it.
You can't keep
You-
pushing back a game.
Here's the
Hold
thing.
on.
Even if they did push it back, they hyped it up like this is about to save niggas' lot. Like
Yeah.
this is.
And it has
this
the
is
potential.
They
to
hyped
do
it
so.
up.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So if they
Vaccine,
would, so
but-
if they would have postponed it again, it was just like, well,
What they
I
shoulda
don't
did.
want it anymore because I feel like it's going to be trash. If they would have postponed it again, I would have figured out in my mind there's something wrong with the game or something wrong with it because they keep pushing it back. I don't feel like the product is going to be what it is. That's just like when Call of Duty Call of Duty World War II came out. It was about 2-3 years ago. They hyped this game up because it was a deviation from the traditional, Call of Duty.
Wasn't it supposed
setup.
to be more realistic too?
It was. It was supposed to be like more realistic. It was supposed to have a completely different zombie storyline. And when they gave the product, it was like, this is not trash, but it could have been better. Like one of the things that people had complaints about was that the gameplay was clunky. Like there were too many game scares to where jump scares are good, but it becomes a problem when I get one every 3 seconds. Like I can't move to one part of the map without getting a jump scare.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, and it was just like, well, why did you hype it up this bad if it was gonna be like that? On top of there being problems within the game. So like when they did it with this, I'm like, if you hype it up and then postpone it, it's just like how bad.
Like,
are
I
you gonna
understand
ruin
hyping up
credibility?
your product because at the end of the day, you selling yourself. You gotta sell your product. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
And I
You
mean,
gotta
at
get it
this
out
point,
there at some point.
you
Like,
better
you
be
can't
like
just keep
available,
delaying.
coming soon. Don't give no specific dates because my question is, what's going on? What? I mean, be at this point, low key, be real with people.
Mm-hmm.
Why did it take you 7 years to produce this? Not 7 years to produce the game, but why did you have this many delays?
Problems.
Yeah,
And you have
be real. Like, what's going on? I mean, I'm pretty sure people will sympathize with you. I hope that's the right word.
Mm-hmm.
But they will be understanding.
Yeah.
For the ones who don't, oh well, kick rocks, go about your business because you shut up. Like for example, them people who when we play Among Us, start the game. We're waiting on one person. They're logging in right now, or they're putting
and
in
then
the
they
code.
start leaving.
Start
or,
the game.
Or when we
Goodbye.
finally
don't care
start
about
and they
you.
don't get
Yeah, 'cause
imposter, they just leave.
Right.
I mean,
for,
yeah,
for you, for
nobody
your
needs you.
laws there, I can get 3 more people. Like it doesn't.
Yeah,
it doesn't
like yo,
really-
I don't care about you. Goodbye.
Like at the end of the day, if you release a good finished product that doesn't have many bugs like how it did,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like more people would have bought it overall, and they wouldn't have been like no refunds and shit. Cause think about it, you gonna watch niggas who gonna stream it, you gonna watch niggas who make content around it, and then more people gonna want to play it. Like literally, I like the whole reason I started playing Fortnite is because I watched Vanoss and all of them niggas play it, and I was like, oh, that shit'd be fun, and I started playing it, and I asked y'all to play with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just a lot they could have did better.
Yeah.
Like they should have either not have. They should have either said just coming in 2021, or
something.
but you do have
don't
to.
even give me a year at this point.
You do have to, but it is fair. It is fair that you do have to factor in the COVID restrictions that because there are a lot of I forgot what it was, but there's something related to gaming where it's Fortnite. Fortnite, as a matter of fact, their developers have to work from home now.
Yeah,
So I can get
can
when those updates like have bugs or when they have problems because it's just like, well, you know, I'm working from home. I'm not exactly in the right place, or I'm not
Like you're not in the studio around all the creative team and all that shit.
Yeah, I'm just
But
at home.
I get where Eric is coming from, where he's like, they've been developing the shit for 7 years, and COVID just happened last year.
That is
so
true.
why at the end of the day is it this
Oh my
many
God, that was
bugs?
last
Like I
year.
thought,
Yeah.
like if
That's-
the delays kept coming, like you should have been like when the delays were coming, that should have just been polishing at that point.
Yeah.
It shouldn't even have been, oh, we still need to finish this big ass part of the game.
Like let me say this. I
Mhm.
can't compare this game for real to The Sims. Which by the way, that is one game that I would play because I don't like to. I love playing games like that, but with me, if I play the game too much, I'm gonna put it down for like a whole 3 months and then come back later. That's just how.
That's
I am.
why Kevin said he don't finish
Yeah,
games.
I will get bored. I will get bored very fast. I do that with TV shows. Y'all pray for me, seriously. But like, okay, I'll use The Sims as an example because it's a basic game, but they have their glitches and issues too. When they release an update, not an update. When they release when they release expansion packs, they release an update first to prepare the base game for what's coming and to prepare everybody's PCs or whatever for what's coming. Then they release the expansion pack. Then right after that,
They
about a
release
week
another
later,
update.
they release a patch because they already know it's going to have problems. It's not going to be 1,000% perfect. So let's assume that day it launches, they working. Okay, what's an issue? What crashed? What did this? Everybody come give me feedback so I can respond back to y'all and I can give you updates and then I can come and release this big patch to fix what's going on. That game wasn't ready. At the end of the day, the game just wasn't ready to be
It
released.
should have just went to next gen.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It should have just went to
Exactly.
Even,
And
even though
plus
they kept it for previous gen because of the sales that they were trying to get, but
Or they could have.
But even on
yeah.
PS5, like I have a friend, like he has a PS5 and he got Cyberpunk. He was like, it crashed on me too. Like it's still like frame drops and shit for him too. And I was just like,
I mean, because
Like-
the thing is, it's like you looking at all these other games that didn't came out, Valhalla, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, what else?
Valhalla
Watch
crashes too.
Dogs.
Well, at least on PC.
Well, I would say this. For me, my experience, so Valhalla, I ain't had no problem. I mean, That baby girl running smooth. So
Like
Watch Dogs has been kind of weird for me.
Watch
Then
Dogs-
again, I have a weaker PC. I don't have like
yeah,
20.
and then
30,
I'm
30,
playing
like,
on
none of
a,
that shit,
I'm playing
so.
on the PS4.
Oh.
I haven't had really any issue. I mean, you get the occasional why is that man flying through the air? But at the end of the day, those are like
Why
funny
is there trash
glitches.
cans?
Yeah, those are like funny glitches. It ain't something like, oh, my whole game crashed.
Yeah.
Or like with Cyberpunk, I'm not getting audio for dialogue, so I don't know what's going on. And
No,
I'm
you
like,
know what I
crap,
hated
like,
when I would get the dialogue, but it'd come late. So
Yeah.
it's like two people talking over each other, and I'm like,
I can't.
It's-
I don't know
what the fuck is going on?
It is.
Like I was
Like-
sitting there during the mission, I was like, okay, so what is happening? They're talking at the same time. Like I can't hear. The fucking subtitles ain't telling me shit. Like
I feel like this is what they should have did. Like, so when Call of Duty released Black Ops 3 in 2015 or 16, that was around the time that the PS4 came out, and they did it so to where, okay, if you still play PS3 and you don't have a PS4, we're gonna release you the game, but so certain aspects of the game are taken out. So at that time, they took out the which made it pointless and prompted people to buy next gen. But they took out the story mode, so you had zombies and you had multiplayer. But it was extremely poor
that's
quality.
what they did with GTA too. Though.
Yeah,
when
it
GTA
looks
came
trash.
out on next gen, they didn't put some of the stuff that was in next gen.
They just
on.
didn't
it
add.
look-
They just
It
didn't
was like
add,
first person.
It's-
Yeah,
and
they
some
didn't
of the
add
heists
first
and shit.
person.
Yeah,
And
the
then they
game
stopped
is so
the-
They stopped updates
Yeah.
and all of that.
it's
But
so
I mean,
it's so
go
visually
ahead. I'm gonna cut you off, but
it's so visually unappealing that it makes you, and that's what, and I feel like that would help
that's how you get your money. though.
right with PS5 sales, because it would just be like, okay, if it's just gonna look that trash on last gen, I might as well go and buy the next one. And I feel like that's what they should have did. Like, if you want the full game, you have to buy next gen, like, or PC. And PCs are more expensive, so you might as well just go ahead to Walmart and pick you up
Even though Scalpers is making the fucking PS5 and Xbox Series X cost as much
No,
as the PC.
you're
Yeah.
never gonna get that thing.
You know what killed me about that though? And
Why-
this
why-
is probably gonna switch subjects, but
Mhm.
like when they were like making like the PS5 and the Xbox Series X and like all the new systems that came out this year, right?
Yeah.
They were like even with COVID, we're gonna have enough to where it doesn't sell out. The fuck happened?
Oh no,
That
PS5
joint-
said that. PS5 said they had a limited.
Yeah.
What's the name?
Oh, they did.
No,
Yeah.
PS5 came out saying no.
We
there's
ain't gonna
no-
have nothing for
Oh,
nobody.
okay.
basically.
So they did say there was going to be like.
'Cause I heard somewhere
Xbox,
they was
Xbox
like, they
always
gonna
gonna
be
buy
fine.
them, so yeah, they're gonna have enough.
I mean, but you know what? I've never seen it. I've never
They ain't got no
seen-
games.
I've never seen anybody talk about. No, I did see one time.
No
where somebody
exclusives.
What? I saw one time where somebody got an
Halo?
Xbox Series X, and that's only because he was a gamer. He's black. He like samples a lot of games, and he got both of them at the same time, which is the only reason why he had both of them. Like, I was like, so who is buying?
But
The
I,
Xbox
they're
Series
being
X,
No,
right?
no, people
People are buying them.
people-
Don't get me wrong. It's just when we say they don't have any games, we mean like exclusive games.
If people that
I mean,
buy,
they still have
okay,
Halo, don't they?
So yeah, so
But Halo
hold
isn't
on,
coming out
hold on,
until
hold on, yeah, hold on.
Oh.
Pause.
Well, this
That's-
year.
That's a different. So here's the thing about the Xbox.
Shit, it's 2021.
Because
now.
I'm the only one out of all of us that have an Xbox One right now.
He's
I-
trash.
My brother had one when it first came out
He's
though, but then he
yeah.
switched to PS4.
So
With
the
the
thing
team.
with Xbox
That's
is
because he wanted
with the Series X, anybody that's a hardcore, let's say Gears or Halo fan. Halo Infinite is supposed to come out sometime next year, but
This year.
this year.
but there's-
It's
oh yeah,
2021 now.
no. Yeah.
Oh God, no.
So it was So but the game itself, they're making it open. They're making the game open world.
Isn't that weird for a Halo game?
Hey, is
I mean, I've never played a Halo game.
which is mind-boggling because Halo is not everything need to be
Don't you already have like a lot of free range?
not everything needs to be open world.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Not everything
Especially
needs
not
to be
Halo.
as ambitious
And then,
like that.
Yeah,
like,
and
like some people
they
just
make
want their
Call of Duty-
regular Halo game with new maps, new visuals and
Yeah.
shit. Like
if Call of Duty did that, I promise you I would not buy it because
but
I'm not used to
let's close Cyberpunk. Flop or not?
I don't think it's a flop. I just felt like they should have put it in the oven for a little bit longer.
I feel like it's flop.
Flop.
I would have to say
You gonna say it's a flop? All right.
flop launch, but if the updates come soon and they're
Very
good,
soon.
like,
I mean, they've been releasing patches a lot.
yeah, but
So-
but if it fixes the game and they come with that sauce, I would say. But the launch was a flop. I'll give them.
Yeah, the launch was terrible.
launch was a flop.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next point on the show. So if you had to choose a certain type of game, or if you were, let's say like we're a development team, right?
Mhm.
We're the creative team. We're gonna come up with whatever the game is gonna be, like the core base of the game. If we were to create a game and it were to release in the next year or two, what would you want that game to be? How would you want it to be? Like you can say like off of like a certain type of game, but then like your specific quirks.
So we're
and shit.
making our own game.
Yeah, like we're making
IP.
our own game, or like our own IP, or like something that's like something that a studio should do.
Okay,
Oh,
so what type of game are we?
So can
It
be
doesn't
a
matter.
sequel?
It can
Like a sequel to
it
something.
can be a sequel to something, or it can be like something entirely new. Like if you want a
Okay,
sequel to
you want to see a new IP
or a sequel to something.
got you. I got something.
Me?
So are we doing one?
I would
or
say-
It doesn't matter. We'll
Just
just
talking.
go until.
Go ahead, Brent.
I was thinking about. I would like to see another system come out, and I'm not saying like from a major developer. This is just an idea. It's not really well thought out, but I feel like there should be another system like.
Because it's
Yeah.
only Xbox.
Yeah, it's only Xbox and
I get what you're
PS4.
saying.
Like, and I
They
get
ain't
that.
got no competition for real.
Right,
Because
and
Switch
it's
is kind of
really
in its own
world.
Yeah,
Like
world.
Nintendo is not. I don't consider.
Nintendo is not bad no
It's
matter
not-
what.
no,
But it's
no,
like
they-
they
they-
still.
I don't consider
they
it to be
have
like one of the
never-
front runners because
Yeah,
it's Nintendo.
They've never really wanted to throw hands with everybody else. They just
Yeah.
like
No,
listen.
they've
Because
been
they
always
don't-
in their own world.
Yeah,
And
because-
they know they're gonna get their sales.
Right, and I get that now.
But that's
Yeah.
because they always do that unique shit, and everybody's just
Right.
like, oh.
Yeah, Nintendo.
But-
But I get like because
Mario.
I get like now they're trying to get that stuff. Like they just added Fortnite to the Switch. Like not too long
That
ago.
was like in 2018. No,
Really? They put-
No, they put Fortnite on the Switch.
Yeah, they put a while.
It was like during during the summer. It was like right after E3.
Yeah.
The
Like-
game that they just now about to put on Switch is Apex.
Yeah.
No, I get that.
Wasn't that supposed to come out?
It was supposed. It got delayed because of COVID.
Oh, okay.
I get that, but that's why I put Nintendo in its
Alright.
own class because they have a certain type of game that they're known for. It's not really like the shoot 'em up or the epic like kind of quest type of games that we would normally find on Xbox and PS4. But even with that being said, like each of them have their own issues, and I feel like there should be another system. This is just an idea to float it out there, but I feel like there should be another system like.
That isn't from Microsoft or Sony or
Right.
Nintendo. Something
Yeah,
completely
yeah.
A
different.
new IP. You want
Yeah.
Google Study.
Yeah,
A what?
A new system. Google Study. Google Study.
yeah.
They're
Google is making a system now?
Stadia, bro.
Is it bad?
Don't buy Stadia.
Is it bad?
Don't buy Stadia yet.
It-
I don't
is it-
think there's a use for it right now. It's literally
I'm about to
just
look at it
streaming
right
games.
now. Wait.
The Stadia is you literally just streaming games.
But could I say something though?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like I've been saying this for a minute, and I genuinely feel like what?
Yeah, I think you better steal my stuff. But go ahead.
Now, Kevin.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'm gonna leave that for you. I'm gonna
Okay.
leave that for
Cool.
you.
Cool.
Okay, because.
Go ahead.
But I would say, I feel like they should take a game like The Sims and combine it with a game like GTA.
We've had this conversation
Yeah.
before.
And it got very detailed. Now,
I mean, you got very detailed. I was sitting there confused, like I don't know how that would
Go
work.
ahead.
But go ahead and
No.
explain.
I mean, I want the aspect of The Sims. The reason I'm bringing up The Sims is because that I can do whatever I want.
You can
There's
build a house.
technically-
You can,
Yeah.
But no, not even necessarily build a house.
or have kids,
It's,
or have a certain job.
Yeah, you do whatever you want. It's open world, right?
Mhm.
And you choose your own path, but it isn't people that is pushing you a certain way. Like
Yeah.
for instance,
it's not like you have missions that you
yeah,
have to
yeah.
do.
Like what's that game? Like Infamous. You know how you choose to either be bad or good, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
at the end of the day,
It's like you only have one of two choices.
yeah. It's like it's to really be my own choice. If I want to be a stripper, then I should be able to go work out, get the body at the gym down the street, go up in there and throw this booty back. And that's how I became a stripper. And yet I can shoot you and give birth to one of your baby daddies. It should be one of those games.
Eric.
What? I'm serious.
Where did a stripper come from though? Like,
No, I'm saying I should be able to
Can we
have that
just talk
type of
about how
power.
Amadeus is just not?
Salon.
like,
Yeah.
my
He is
Come on.
But no, somebody get it in this world. Somebody understand where my brain is going. Because like I'm not saying go into detail to where
No, I mean I get what you mean now. Like back then we were like in high school when we was talking about it.
yeah,
So it was
but
like,
I mean like I feel like it should be a cross between casual playing and heist missions. If you want to be able to do something like that, you should have the power.
if you want to play and just
Or the
run
option.
niggas over in the
Yeah.
car.
But
I mean,
okay,
if
so
you
wait.
want to serve 20 years in jail, then you don't.
He wants a world game.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
about to say because like
He
it doesn't
literally
in
wants
G-
the game
isn't-
of life.
Isn't
like,
GTA like kind of like that? Because
No,
like
no.
or
GTA is very linear.
so
It is very
so-
linear.
Oh, I was about to
You
say,
literally only can do the missions that.
Well,
they-
yeah,
Oh,
if
so
you
you
go to-
can't-
there's an actual story to it,
Mhm.
and then if you go online, there's certain heists that can get played out after you play them for a little bit.
Yeah.
They can get fun because you're friends,
But it's not
anything
like-
can
yeah,
get
like
fun because you're
Bigfoot.
friends.
But it's not like just free reign.
But
Like,
no,
No, it's not free reign
The,
at
the
all.
only free reign, I guess, is driving around shooting
That's what
somebody, and you know,
The cops
running
don't
from the
get
cops.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
know what I'm
okay.
saying?
Yeah,
It's
that's,
Like
that's
that's what all
But
the, like I
what
guess.
he's saying, he wants a world game. He wants the game of life.
Oh, okay.
like literally like simulation like you know how we're having a podcast right now. He want to be able to do that type of shit in the game.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
seriously.
He
Hey,
wants
you
the
steal my
inception.
idea,
He
I
wants the
ain't lying.
inception life. Pretty much.
Okay.
Somebody better call me because I got you. Seriously, I ain't lying.
I'm screaming.
My
No,
number
but you
is
Notes.
beep. Send me an email. Praise God.
Either y'all got
Links will be in the description.
Below.
Anyways, if it were up to me, if I were to make a game, I would want to do something.
Can somebody give me
On-
some water?
Yeah,
I'm kind of
yeah, I got you.
Thank you.
I would want to do.
No. In the refrigerator.
Oh.
Oh, hand me that one.
Dog,
Who orders that on that thing?
rate this podcast 5 stars.
Huh?
Rate this podcast 5 stars.
You know, it'll put us up in the algorithm.
Oh my god.
Please. Whatever one is open.
Oh,
Both of them are mine. Both of them are mine.
Oh, okay, here. So if I were to make a game, I have two different ideas. One, everybody's been saying this, but a fucking Pokemon MMO. Why haven't they done that yet? They will make
You
so
just
much
stole, you
fucking
just stole
money.
his idea.
No.
That's not it. I
No, but that's not right.
Okay, but you know what I mean.
you
though,
know,
right?
I know exactly what you're
So-
saying. I feel you. That's why I did that.
No, because like, okay, so like,
what does MMO stand for?
MMO is a massive multiplayer online game. Pretty much.
So
So-
like Naruto, like the Dragon Ball, Tenkaichi 3.
No,
No.
You're thinking of Xenoverse technically, but
We're saying like anybody can be
MMO
in your game, walking around doing whatever the fuck they
think
want.
of
They have-
let's say Wizard 101 or
Hey, yo, that's crazy.
Like
They don't have
like
nothing
interactive,
that.
like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can just walk up to somebody
Yeah.
randomly and like do like either fight them, do some,
Yeah.
do whatever.
It kind of got like that a little bit with the new game,
But it was
it's,
still
it's only in one world and it's very
it's very
constricted.
yeah. It's very
it's
restricted.
really weird because
Yeah,
it's like you see niggas walking around, but it's like you can't really interact with them. For
yeah,
for-
and you and it's not.
It's like it seems
not
like
too
they're
much
moving
customization.
towards that. But like, look, if it was up to me, I'd be like, okay, so this is what you would do. It's a new gen, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you would have new Pokemon, but you have all of the 1,000 or whatever number it is Pokemon that's in the game, right? So you would put all of them in the game. It'd be on Switch or it'd be on PC. I know they're not gonna do it on PC, so it'll just be on Switch, right? And you should be able to
I mean,
at least
yeah.
have a lobby with 50 or more people in it. That's gonna be hard for fucking Switch because their service is ass, but at least 50 people in the game. I want the whole thing to be all of the regions, right? But you can't go to any of the other regions until you finish the gyms in the new region, right? And then, like, you can only catch certain Pokemon, you know, like how they usually do it. Just the Pokemon that is in the National Dex that's in that region, and then the regular Pokemon that's gonna be like the new Pokemon in that region. And then when you finally unlock all of the shit, then you can go out to all the other places, and then you can go meet up with friends, you can battle with friends, you can go find legendary Pokemon, mythicals, all of that shit. Like, I feel like that will be really dope. And that's my first idea, but I'm gonna get to my second idea after you do yours. So.
Oh, I'm about to pull out too, so go ahead.
No, I mean, do your first one first.
Do my first one?
Yeah.
Okay. So.
My cat
What-
is asleep.
Yeah, you're
My
right.
whole baby's
Okay,
So
That cat got big.
no, but so we're anime fans. I just want to put that out there.
we some weeds.
So and
I already know where you're going.
so I want to say, look, I'm a virtual reality fan as well. I like virtual reality, and I think
knew it was going.
I think virtual reality is really cool, and I think that people should play it. But the problem with the virtual reality stuff and why it was deserted technically with like PS4 and let's say with all the other stuff.
The Switch had a fucking Labo.
Yeah. What
The fucking cardboard.
No, but virtual reality is really cool, but it costs way too much. It costs way too much. And
It costs as much as a system.
Yeah, it costs too much, and there's not enough. Let's say there's not enough content for some, like, you know what I'm saying, like there's not enough content for somebody to buy. You know
If
what I'm
somebody
saying?
like look, if somebody buys a VR right now, the only thing you'd really be able to play is like
You'll get, let's say,
you'll get VR chat, fucking Beat Saber, and what is that one game they make VR games, but it's like.
But like here's the thing. There's games that's on VR, and there's games coming to VR.
They have Five Nights at Freddy's in VR too.
Yeah, they have Five Nights at Freddy's. They have Skyrim. They have different things. Or you can there's your games that you can put on.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. There should be one of these companies. Well, I don't care who, but you need when you go
one of these AAA companies.
Yeah, when you go into your VR.
I'm trying to play some SAO. That's all.
Look. I know. SAO is that's far along. Actually, full dive VR.
That shit's not coming anytime
that's not
soon.
coming. But I do say if you're going to make VR, support it. Meaning, give hella games on there. I know it's kind of sketchy because you don't know if it's gonna sell, but then you.
But I would play GTA on VR.
But that's the thing.
Well,
so
how
hold on.
could you do
Pause.
that?
Yes,
Yes.
It's possible if they make it that way. If they make a GTA VR, would you play it? If you could cause
No.
if
Brandon is
cost
the wrong
aside.
person to ask.
I mean, I would.
Okay,
Like,
no, well, you don't know.
Any game that I like, if they made it virtual reality, I try it.
Okay, so would you play COD and VR?
Yeah, I mean,
Like you play
especially if they made
zombies in VR.
zombies. Yeah, I'll
Right.
play it.
So it's stuff like that. So they need to support it. And this is where I was gonna go with that. There's so many games that I think that would be so dope. And they're pretty much MMOs. MMOs in VR, like merging those two is pretty good.
So you're saying like you can see out the eyes of your character?
Yeah, eyes of your character of the whole thing. So Pokemon would be cool, actually throwing the ball, filling, having the mic or whatever. But the main things that I wanted to see, Avatar World. Avatar's World, and it's an MMO. So that means, look, I'm making my character, right? I'm making my character however I want him to look. Picking my picking whatever
You
element.
can choose whatever element.
Nobody's an avatar, right?
Nobody's an avatar.
Obviously, you know what I'm saying? Or that could be like a quest or whatever, like,
You can only play as the avatar for a certain period
No, like
of time
it could be a
or
quest, or
something.
like you can have like a group of people, trying to fight the avatar or whatever he like.
You can have your team
You know what I'm
avatar.
saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Or something
but
like that.
who's gonna
But
be
like,
the
you know in
non-bender?
Korra how there was
the Dark Avatar?
No. In Korra there was those tournaments she was in.
Pro bending.
Yeah, pro bending. That in VR.
Oh, that
Like
should
if
be
there's
dope.
like a whole arena,
That should be
and
dope.
you like get a group of people, huh?
Could I ask the question?
What?
Why in God's name is there no Avatar dang on game out? I don't understand.
There is, but they're not that
They're
good.
not good.
They're not good.
They didn't do it that way.
There's one guy that's making a game on Dream. on PS5 and PS4 and it's like an Avatar game. It's like a passion project for him, and it looks like it's gonna be promising, but I don't think that.
So okay. So I want Avatar. Hold on. I want. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I want Avatar in MMO format. So I'm creating my character. I'm choosing what element, and I'm dropping in. I'm leveling up. It should be trees on like how you want to go about your stuff. You know what I'm saying? It should be trees like, okay, let's say water, right? I'm in water. It should be like a skill tree. Like when I'm leveling up, I want to go more on the healing side.
Oh,
I want to go more on like I want to do more ice stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
what about
different skill
what about
trees.
like the different offshoots of the elements? So so like lava bending and like combustion bending and shit like that. Yeah. Like how would you feel about that?
For balance purposes,
that would be
maybe it could be like a
special move type thing.
Like a special move kind of thing.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because nobody trying to get no blood bending for real.
You know what I'm saying?
But like it could be a special like it can have like a cool it can have a cool down or like a like an oak.
Think about it.
That would be perfect.
Think about this. Just like how they have limitations in the actual shows, those exact same limitations apply in the game. Like with blood bending, most people they can't do blood bending unless there's a full moon. Yeah. Most people can't, do all they super good fire moves and all that good stuff unless there's either a comet or it's like the sun. It's the sun.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that could be like the different raids or whatever. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That would be dope.
Like because MMOs they have raids.
Yeah, it's based off of raids, damn near.
Like if let's say we all a part of like the firebending tribe, and it was like it's a fire raid, like all these people like stay away from them because if you catch them on the street, then they going
they gonna beat your ass.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like just for fun, like you can ransack people. You know what I'm saying? Or like there's a full moon. Yeah. Like you'll get an update on like the little.
Hey, Michael DiMartino, you hear us?
Or like
right?
when you in the when you in the game, like they have like little things like it's about to be a full moon or not. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that.
Talking about it's about to be a full moon. We need to get on and beat these niggas' ass. Like
it's little petty raids, right? And like you can try to fight them and stuff like that, but it's in VR. So I'm in VR when I'm
legit got the controllers doing the shit.
Give people reasons to buy them because if you let's say
I don't want to always dance on VR for real.
So right. So like let's say PS4 right now, right? You know how the PS5 just came out. After a while, you know what they do? Ain't nothing else about to start coming on PS4 because they want you to buy the other stuff. So taking that game, we're not putting that on there. And then after a while, I'm real obsolete. I really got to upgrade now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting no more games. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how it goes. Support the system. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
instead of trying to do it based off of PC, you should do it based off of the system more because more people gonna have systems than PCs because PCs is expensive. Nigga, I barely got mine.
And that's the thing I'm talking about. Like that's why you need to. If you support it with stuff like that and give people reasons to buy these kind of, to buy virtual reality, because I seen this one thing they're making a virtual reality battle royale and it looks dope. It looks dope. Like there's like they have like a flying squirrel kind of suit and they're going like you can like climb the buildings and then you can like once if you high enough you can like jump and you can shoot while you. That jump was dope. I was watching Berlise do it. Put more stuff like that, and I want to see more VR. VR MMOs
or just VR games that are fun to play.
VR games that are fun to play.
Like, because I'll give you.
I had another one that I wanted to say, but pretty much I want to say, if I were to create something, create a VR that is supported. Give people reasons to get
that has fun games that people are gonna actually want to buy, and not just have a VR just to be like, oh, I have a VR.
But anybody go on with their second one?
Brandon, did you have a second one? Or did you you want to say something on the?
Nah, y'all left.
Okay.
Oh, pause. I'm sorry.
You're good.
This goes on the virtual reality thing. Y'all know Pokemon Go, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the SAO movie, right? When they had the
when they had the
visors,
links and it was
they had
like
the links, but it was. In
I didn't
real
watch
life.
it, but I seen the trailer.
They
I
had,
know
the,
what
they
you're
had
talking
it was in real life. I want to see some. I know this high tech. I want to see some glasses.
Nigga, it's not high tech. We got Google Lens. We got Apple.
We got whole Google glasses.
Apple.
I want to see. I want to see. I want to see Pokemon. I
want
want to see Pokemon Go.
on some shit like that.
On some stuff like that, catching niggas on the street. Hey, battle me. You know what I'm saying? I see you got the lenses.
No, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I'm watching my
fucking-
actual Pokemon. I'm watching my actual Pokemon.
Bro.
What?
Bro, you see the exclamation point go up and pull up somebody's head?
Look. I choose it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That would be dope.
It would be.
Catching niggas on the street. Like, hey,
You trying to
what's
get
up?
shot.
You know what I'm saying?
You trying to get shot.
Hey,
I'm about to say like now.
It could be.
That's
They already got games in the game.
But
In
I
Pokemon Go.
would
It's
say-
Valor Mystic and
But I would say,
Yeah, they have the games in the
They have
game.
games in the game.
Nigga, they got the Bloods, the Crips, and the Essays. Like,
I would say that would look hella weird on the street though. Niggas walking around.
It wouldn't matter.
it wouldn't
Everybody
matter.
would be
Everybody
on
could
it.
have it.
Everybody
Bro,
was already on Pokemon Go, and nobody was a Pokemon fan for real.
Bro, when Pokemon Go came out, it was the most downloaded game on the App Store for the first
still got
like
games.
6 months. Like, bro, look up the stats.
You
Cause you like to look stuff up. Look up the stats on Pokemon Go.
Like, I kid you not.
Brandon is the researcher.
That would be dope. Would it not?
It would be.
And that's still
I don't
virtually.
even-
Nigga, I'd buy the shit.
I don't even play Pokemon.
Take my money.
Nigga,
Look, take my
take my wallet.
That would be dope. Cause Pokemon is real. You know, like you know, they're animals. You know, I'm going out. Imagine going out and like you. All right, I'm about to go Pokemon hunting and put on my lenses and I'm walking down the sidewalk.
You get your exercise in and
You know what I'm saying? Get more people to walk because that's what Pokemon Go was at first.
and then niggas started getting hit by cars and
Yeah.
shit.
Well, I mean, don't be dumb.
That's
Yeah,
the
don't
main-
be stupid. Like,
Don't be dumb. But it still shows. It's clear the lenses. It just shows Pokemon.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm still.
Oh, it's kind of like how the commercial was, where it's like you see the Pokemon in the real world.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Bro.
It's still clear lenses.
Pokemon
if I'm walking
Company.
across the street, I'm not gonna stop being dumb. It's not this world really. Just stop being dumb. No, I'm not about to play Pokemon while I'm crossing the street.
Bro, they had to put all them warnings on that.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
And
oh,
yeah.
don't play while you driving and no,
You stupid for that.
you dumb.
You stupid.
You stupid, honestly.
I mean, yeah, that's probably the only issue is the safety reasons. But stop being dumb. Come on, stop ruining the fun.
But I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, who really gonna be like, all right, I'm looking at Pokemon, but I'm about to walk across the street while I'm trying to.
Or
battle this
doing
nigga.
it while he driving or something.
Exactly, like, you know, it's
The whole thing should shut down when they see that you're moving too fast.
Yeah,
For real. You can't play in the car. Yeah, I don't care if you rock.
it's gonna be that one Jimmy that's gonna figure out a way to get around it. But okay, so my second game would be something similar to GTA, and like kind of how the Crew was, where it had like the United States, like more of an open world United
that
States
sounds
thing.
pretty.
Rather than it being just one city, I understand that like GTA does it like that because it's supposed to be like a big ass map and shit.
I do have an idea.
Yo,
Fast travel,
I don't.
nigga.
I like.
I
Listen,
don't. I'm not.
listen.
Now that you said that.
This is why.
It should, okay, if they do it like that, it should be something everywhere. It should be literally everywhere I walk. It should be something.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
But then I would say
Because
this,
then it
But
gets
that shit would be
But
in
no, no,
development
no,
for
no.
like
yeah.
years.
15 years.
But no,
Like,
no. But think of this though. You don't even have to think about that. Either you can be like me and take the scenic route because you may like to drive.
no, because I wouldn't, like, me and Eric, we'd be like, fuck it, we gonna drive.
On
Like,
GTA, me and him will buy stuff. Let's go back to GTA. We will buy stuff in Paleto Bay knowing darn well we live at the bottom of the map just to drive. Because it's fun. We get in the nice cars, do we do. But
Kevin ain't free.
listen though. Listen, look at this. You know how big the Crew map is, right? It's a
Are you
big
doing
map.
close-ups? Cause
I might. I don't know how I'm gonna edit it yet. We gonna figure out. We gonna
No,
do this in
no, no.
post.
Let me say this though. I feel like y'all know how big the Crew map is, right?
Yeah.
I feel like it should be like that, detailed. But for people who don't want to go from Michigan to Tennessee, because in real life that may be like an hour drive.
I feel like
in the
airport
game,
should
right?
be like a
Yes,
a
that's what I
fast
was
travel
getting at.
point,
That's
or like a
Airport-
bus, like
yeah,
a bus station or
yeah,
a train station.
yeah,
Something
that should be
like
fast
those three
travel.
things should be in there.
Or even if it isn't fast travel, okay, you get on it and instead of it being like an hour, it should be like 5 minutes. But you're
Not
in,
even 5 minutes. It
like
should be
two, right? 2 or let's say 1 or 2 minutes. But the reason why I say that is because you get to do stuff on the plane. Let's say shoot
Oh,
up
I
niggas
see
or
what you
something. I
mean.
mean, whatever you want to do.
But then that's back to like the whole game of life thing. in a way.
Yeah, but then okay, so then
Like
I
I'm
would go-
saying, like something that could be like along the storyline of how GTA is, where it's like not necessarily being like a crime boss or anything, but it's like set in America. So it's like you go to city doing heists.
Well, yeah. Then every
You know
time
what
you
I
need to
mean?
go to a city, you either drive or you.
You
get
ain't
on a
for it,
plane.
are you?
You don't
Look,
want to drive.
You
It's
just don't
not
wanna drive.
okay. It's not that I don't want to drive.
I don't want to drive.
I don't want to drive.
I don't.
But no,
I don't drive.
no, but it's
Like,
like
can I get in the taxi, please?
the thing.
Uber,
The
can I
thing
Uber?
about
We call it
the problems with open world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Main problem with open worlds.
They're trying to keep the details consistent for one.
Keeping the details consistent, but
Wait, I like that feature. That what's the name put in
Hold
the
on.
game?
let's
What?
let's put
Watch
GTA
Dogs.
for let's say GTA right now.
Them
Oh, you
cars
talk-
that job out themselves.
Oh yeah,
Hold on.
yeah.
GTA 5's current map, right?
Big ahead.
Let's say all the areas, you know, it's pretty vast. There's stuff to do in different areas.
Yeah.
But when you talk about, let's say the U.S., you talking about
That's big.
big ass.
No, but
map.
like the reason
No.
why I said like the crew.
I mean,
you
you
talking
could
about,
do-
like,
but
certain
just-
cities?
Yeah, you could.
No, that's what I
it's-
mean.
Like
Like,
all
I
the
get-
capitals, like
Hold
all
on,
the
hold on.
capitals.
Okay, I don't
in the
think
US.
have you ever heard of the crew?
No. What
Okay,
is
so the crew is a driving game. Even though like we had it, we didn't really like it like that. But like it, the reason why I said like how the crew is because it's like certain states. It's literally like instead of it having like the actual state, it's more like just like a city.
Mhm.
Like
The way they
the
did
most
Michigan-
important city. So like they had Detroit and they had like a little bit of the suburbs and then they
That
had,
was disrespectful though.
it was.
That was disrespectful. It went from downtown Detroit and literally 8 Mile, Warren, Bloomfield Hills. I said, what?
I was like nigga, I can't.
No,
find my
okay,
house.
so look.
Bro, where's Woodward at? Where is DSA? I'm
Where is the
trying to
DSO?
Seriously.
No, so it was like
8 Mile, what?
that's not gonna be fun, y'all. I can promise y'all that because
Like okay,
unless
so-
you just like if you just want a driving simulator
no, I don't
like
to
that,
be a
like that,
driving
like
simulator,
you. But
though.
y'all saying GTA, so y'all saying GTA but world based, right?
Okay, so like okay, let me
It's
let me rephrase it. So
it's
like you know
not-
how like GTA
if
is
they do it like that, it should be condensed, yes, but
No,
it should
that-
be. I don't know. It's just the
What
the
about
thought
this?
of like a lot of shit, but like nothing at all.
But-
If you get what I'm saying,
You saying like it's a lot of things that you can do, but it's really nothing you can do.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. What I was gonna say is like, okay, so you know how like GTA 5's map is now, where it's like you have like the really condensed city and then you have like the country.
Mhm.
So like what they'd do is that they'd take like the condensed part of the city and like I wouldn't say like, cause you know like if you look at like how the crew does a city and how GTA does a city, like it's kind of like the same, but the cruise shit is more realistic.
Yeah, and then
I don't
generally
want it to be more realistic. I would rather it be like how GTA is, where it's like a fictional place based off of a real place.
Yeah, like for instance, actually, to be honest, when I went to California, when I went to
I mean, they're
Las Vegas,
pretty accurate on.
They're
how-
very accurate. Very accurate because
I mean, but that's their job, though.
Yeah,
but I'm
yeah,
saying, like,
yeah.
I would rather it be more of a fictional place where they could take liberties where they need to,
Yeah,
rather than
yeah.
it being like, okay, you need to have the Renaissance Center right here. You need to have the Fist of Detroit right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get what you're saying, like, where it's like it's a lot to do, but it's not a lot to do.
yeah.
And that's why I was like, I'd rather it be like you do heists in cities.
Yeah, but that's what I was about to say. Depending on the path that you take, which kind of goes back to that life thing, for
Yeah.
real, that will put you in a certain city. Get your big head butt on the plane and fast travel, right?
Hey, actually, I want to say something about GTA. You know how I was saying when the heist, like after a while, you we already know what to do with this, so just how you do it. They should make it how they should just make different banks.
Mm-hmm.
give liberty to the players on how they want to go at it. What I mean by that is, you know how when you do the preps, that those are missions in itself.
Yeah.
I say like, okay, we looking at there's different banks in the thing, right?
Yeah.
We're looking at this one. It gives us like a difficulty, like right, like okay, this is like 3 stars, right? Like
like max is 5.
You know what I'm saying?
Like something like that. Yeah.
And it'll give you like recommended stuff like that you.
But if you don't want to do it,
you don't want to do it. We could go in there guns blazing all. If you know what I'm saying, and then just try to make it out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like give more liberty.
Rather than you being like, you have to get this to be able to do this mission.
Yeah, it was some
chasing
stuff
down police cars, bro.
You know what I'm saying? It was some stuff like, oh, you can only use this car. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then
you remember
like we just
you have to buy something to be able to do the mission. Yeah. That shit pisses me off.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Like, or like it's just different stuff. Like, okay, there's super good, heavily guarded vehicle or ship or whatever. You just got to make it over there and just try. You know what I'm saying? Like, give liberty to it instead of. And like that would give more to the open world. You know what I'm saying?
You know how fun that would be, and that would
it's different. It's different
that would
stuff.
prompt
like
us to go out and actually grind to get. You know what? I need this particular car. Right?
No, because just imagine us 3. We dumb as fuck when we play video games. Like we be doing the stupidest shit. So we just go in guns blazing first.
I pull up the clown car. You not play with me.
You know what I'm saying? That will give more. That on the bicycle. And like like the super good cars or whatever, they're heavily guarded, or like you can get like something from like some game that they hold in it. You know, they give the open world. If they do it like that, like give open world like if they do a big map, but like it's stuff in different areas, or whatever. Like there's this helicopter, like you know what I'm saying, like and like not even show it on the map. Mm-hmm. Have it like a searching thing, like, almost like Minecraft.
Oh, where you can only find it if you see it.
Yeah, if you don't find it, if you see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, or like, you got cheat sheets and stuff.
It's kind of like an RPG type thing.
Yeah, like,
kind of like, well,
not RNG, but like, you traveling. You start from the bottom. You just a regular thug, right? You're a thug. You're a regular thug. You just trying to make it out, right?
Yeah.
You got your little basic crib. You still living with your auntie, like Franklin or something like that, right?
Not the auntie.
You know what I'm saying? And then let's say like it was this 1-star job or 1.5-star job, right? And then I was like, okay,
trying to kidnap somebody like Lamar.
Yeah, like or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like give it depth. Like, okay, I can do this however I want. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's like, nigga, if you want to get the white van, you can get the white van. But if you want to pull up in your car, you can. But then they gonna start looking for your car.
And I like that. I like that. There should be consequences. Actual real consequences. GTA does not do that.
That will make me buy a bigger open world game.
Cause like, okay, so like for Need for Speed, you know how like we have consequences when we play at night and when we play in the daytime, like that. But like
liberty,
like the day-night cycle is just the day-night cycle instead of having you have to choose.
Like for instance, in GTA, you have like you can customize the crap out of your car, right?
Yeah. Do
almost whatever you want to with the option they give you. Some are terrible, some are beautiful.
And some cost too much for no reason.
Exactly. Like $45,000 for that? Okay, yeah.
$45,000 for a spoiler.
Yeah. But like, I'll say this though. I feel like in GTA, like what y'all was saying, if you wanted to use the white van, if I wanted to use
Nigga, if I wanted to go on that bitch on a motorcycle.
No, but if I wanted to use my auntie's car, I could be able to do that. There should be consequences though. What I mean by consequence, I'm not talking about, okay, there's one mission because there's a consequence. Yeah. No, every time I get up in my auntie's car, the police should come and try to get me. If they see me,
police see you, they try to go after you.
Try to go after you.
And they completely just aggro your ass. It's not even like it's not even like they're like, okay, pull over your car. No, they trying to ram your shit. Make you die or arrest you.
And I feel like at the end of the day, the consequences should be arrest, and they should take all your shit.
Well,
No. I feel like it should be arrest, and they take your money. Not all your shit, but just your money. Cause just imagine, just imagine you do a job.
Relax.
I'm taking all your shit.
Shut
You
the
But,
fuck up.
nigga,
That's not a game.
That's
That's not a game at that point.
Nigga, that's life, okay? No, but like, oh, go ahead, my bad.
Oh no, I was thinking of game because like a lot of the thing that David said,
Ooh,
like
my bad.
the whole U.S. thing.
just
I
get
was
free.
like, because I've never seen like a game based off like U.S. like politics or like U.S. history.
Oh,
So like you could highlight, you could do like different missions where it
that's another
highlighted
in the refrigerator.
like where it highlighted different
Place
events
the
in
wall.
American history, like so, or like the assassination of MLK, or like the assassination of Lincoln, or you know.
Oh, so you
going
want a
into-
game based off of history?
Yeah,
Like
like,
Assassin's
but
Creed.
you could like that, but it's American based. So like I could do missions as the president, or I could do missions as like
Oh, you
somebody.
Go, ooh.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like I could change
I gotta
the
be
outcome.
orange cheese ball.
No, I could change the outcome of World War II if I wanted to. Like, or I could, you know, or I could pull us out of Vietnam, or I could do stuff like missions.
Oh,
where
so you're saying like you want to have a game where it's like you can
I-
go back in time and
change
change
stuff?
shit.
Yeah, either go back in time or change stuff, or on a linear
Sounds like
progression,
You got regrets.
or on a
Nigga
linear.
said the
I
war,
need to change
the war of
my
1912 ain't
picture.
happening no more.
No, or even if it was a linear progression, I'd still have freedom of movement within it. So if I
If I wanted
chose
to throw
to
hands,
right, if I chose to assassinate
With Napoleon.
JFK,
I can throw hands with Napoleon.
if I chose to assassinate JFK, I could, or I could stop the person that shot him, or I
I want a
could,
history simulator.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or I
like,
but do
yeah.
they have games like other than?
I mean, they do
Assassin's
have Assassin's Creed, but I'm like, I don't think
But
it's
that's
Assassin's Creed.
a concrete. He wants freedom.
Yeah,
Oh,
like it's
okay.
like GTA for like not history for GTA for history. So it's like I could do stuff to where if I wanted to shoot the president or even play as the president, I could do that. Or I could
That's a lot.
blow. It would be a lot, and it would be because you
But
would have
then,
to
okay,
get,
I would say
or you could do it
I would
to where it's
suggest
like a
you should
semi.
Yeah, you should only get like 3. Okay, I feel like what they should do is with that particular game, they do what Assassin's Creed does. They take one event in history, one major event.
Mhm.
Like for instance,
and then you can
Assassin's
play it
Creed
out a
3 yes,
bunch of different ways.
Assassin's
Yeah.
Creed 3, like they dealt with the American Revolution. I feel like they should make a game that is like, okay, you're only dealing with World War II and the stuff with Hitler. You can either play as Hitler, you can play as some
You
Jewish
can play as America.
person.
You can play as
Yeah.
Oh, so you can play as any of the powers that was in the war.
Yeah,
and you
any
can change
powers of
what they
that
do.
war.
But instead of going to the ultimate goal of like what actually
go to
happened.
increments.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Instead of
take its time, like you going because you know how much money you can make, low key. Because the thing is,
Just dragging it out, like
dragging it. You don't
Like,
do
and
anything.
it's
And
instead
then
of-
Nigga DLC.
in this time period.
or not even DLC.
and
It's
instead
talking
of-
about part 2.
No, but I'm just saying.
another $60.
Instead
Think
of
about
like
it.
the
We
U.S.
like
actually
G-
winning,
Hold
my bad. Instead of like the U.S. actually winning, I could change. Like
We can
I could-
lose.
Yeah, I could go shoot somebody and be like,
We get
okay.
taken over by the USSR.
Yeah,
Some
and
type
it-
shit like that.
Oh
Yeah.
no, not the Russians.
Like in the next game, it gives several different options as to what could happen, and in the successive game, it gives you like missions based off of the outcomes in the previous one. So like if I chose to like help us lose, there's the game mode in the next one that's like, okay, this is
Based
what happened
on
if you
your,
lose. Yeah, based on your choices or actions. I don't know how that will work.
No, that could because that's just they got games already like that, but it's not that big on that scale.
Yeah,
Like for
that would be a
instance,
massive
like the game
game.
Life is Strange.
Yeah.
When they came out with part 2, or even The Walking Dead, it was based on they gave you 2 options.
Mhm.
Either you can go based on I'm gonna get tongue tied. Either you can go based on the choices that you made in the previous game, or you can refresh and start from scratch.
Because
And
like
that-
Life is Strange 1, like you can literally choose if the whole city gets
Besides-
fucked up,
yeah.
or if you save your friend.
Yeah.
Like if you save your friend, the city gets fucked up. If you let her get fucked up, you save the city. That's literally like
Yeah.
like when I was watching Dashy play it, I was like, damn, that's like really deep.
Yeah.
But it's like you make all those choices up to that point, and it's just like you only have 2 choices. at the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
And like
it will also kind of like, oh, I just thought about this. You could do it to like, You know, because like the mob, especially like in the 30s, in the 40s, when
The
the mob,
Italian mob?
yes, the mob was big in like they were what helped furnish the U.S. with alcohol during Prohibition. So, but Prohibition was basically like the U.S. actually made an amendment that forbade the production, sale, and transportation of alcohol in
Was
the
that
U.S.
like during a war? Too?
No, it was the end of the it was during the 1920s, and it was basically fizzled out by the time World War II started. But basically, the mob was what furnished a lot of the alcohol that did move throughout the time in the U.S. So like in that you could move like to get the GTA or the free movement aspect in that you could choose to work for the government or for the mob, and basically how you order like events.
You could be the nigga that orders a hit out on the mob boss, or you could be the nigga that is the mob boss, trying to kill the nigga that's trying to kill you.
Yeah,
type shit.
Yeah, it's like it's a big game concept, but you would still have like
we have very ambitious thoughts on the things that we would want in games, but like that's the only way we can push the industry further.
Yeah.
But
can I say this?
What?
Can we please get a game that is based in Detroit?
That isn't just
Detroit
Detroit becoming human. Look, me, Kevin, and Eric are from Detroit originally.
What is Detroit becoming human?
Boy,
we'll talk about that later.
That's a nice
Bro.
game.
Okay, Detroit becoming human is basically it's literally like slaves coming to
and low-key touches on Black Lives Matter. Not necessarily Black Lives Matter.
It's literally like them saying like we don't want to be slaves no more. We're human too.
I'm not even lying.
It's based on.
Why does it have to be on struggle though? Like
no, that's the way they made it because it touched.
But
it
wasn't just black characters.
No, it wasn't black. It was them as
the main
androids.
person
was black.
Well, he was like mixed, but
That's
it was the nigga from Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. And the thing is, listen, that ending, I ain't lying. I cried. I
watched it and I still have to finish it, but I don't have. I don't be playing on my PS4 anymore.
Shut up! I'm talking about the ending. Shut up, the one when Marcus and them was singing. Oh. I was like.
Okay, but anyway, you
this
still
is
have one more game that you said that you want to talk about.
Yeah. Well, hold on, but let me finish this. What I mean by, can y'all please give us a game that is based in Detroit? Like, listen, I'm sick of Miami, Florida. I'm sick of Los Angeles. I'm sick of California, period. Get rid of the whole state.
And Las Vegas.
Not even that much Las Vegas. We don't get that many games in Las Vegas. But that too, it's dangling there part of California. Just delete it all. And I'm sick of games in New York City. Please.
I mean, but those are like.
Don't get me wrong.
I understand why, because those
GTA 4 was good. Was a really good game.
But I'm saying,
I understand
but it's all
it's
the same.
In the country.
I get that, but
nigga,
give me
Motor
a game.
City, Motown, all
give
that
me
shit.
a game in Atlanta or something.
Give
me a game in Atlanta or something. How come you don't have games in
Or
Atlanta?
in Memphis.
Yes,
Yeah.
or I mean,
like the other big cities in America.
country,
like, why are y'all just
like we
choosing
get one
those
game
three?
in Chicago? What?
You know,
Watch Dogs?
Watch Dogs.
You know what kind of game you could make out of Baltimore?
Watch Dogs was San Fran, wasn't it?
No,
that was the second one.
That was
Watch Dogs 1.
The second one was in San Francisco. The first one was in Chicago, and the last one was in London.
I'm not saying that you should bank off violence, but Baltimore like is one of the most violent cities in the U.S. And like I'm surprised that they haven't made. I'm surprised that they never made a game based in that city. Because I was like, you know how much money you would make off that?
But that's what I'm saying. Like people like seeing places where they from. I would love to see a game in Detroit, just Michigan alone. The reason I say Michigan, because you can make it like they got GTA now. You got the main city, which is Detroit. You got
the suburbs.
But think about this though. Think about this. They went in so much detail in GTA 5. When I really went to California, I seen stuff that I seen in the game. I was literally given directions. And the dude, the cab driver, was laughing. He was like, "How many times have you played GTA?" I was like, "You don't even understand." I literally was able to tell this man how to get to downtown based on the game because of how detailed they were. It was, I mean, super detailed, y'all. It is dumb detail. Even the airport looks exactly the same. Everything about the game looks just like Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. So, well, obviously minus certain things, but other than that, I would love to see them do that with a game like Detroit. You could have Detroit as the big condensed city. Some of the little suburb cities here and there, but your other big city, you put Flint, Saginaw, because those are other big areas. in Michigan.
And then you have like the country part of Michigan.
Manistee, Michigan, stuff like that. Travis City.
You may have the Upper Peninsula a little bit.
Yeah, but I mean that'd be like it don't matter. Honestly, I'm not even lying. It don't even matter. I don't even. I care what game it is, what type of game.
It's too late.
Yeah.
But I care what type of game it is. I do. But I want something in the lines of GTA. It don't necessarily.
Or not even just like a crime game, just like an open world game.
Just a game in general in Detroit. And not something like Detroit Becoming Human, because that was very modernized.
It was very linear too. You couldn't walk around the city.
It was
like when they first, the first trailer, when I sent it to you when I first found out about it, I was like, oh, they making a game about Detroit. Like, we can finally play something that's about our city. That
and I'm like, I'm going to DSA.
And then we get in the game and it's like, okay, so you can only walk right here and right here, and then you try to walk away and it's just like wall.
Yeah,
like
I hate how.
I mean, I know the camera didn't see it, but like, bro, like it's stupid.
Like, so there wasn't even just empty space. You just couldn't walk.
I mean,
no,
it wasn't
like,
that kind of game though.
No, I know, but it seemed
that.
like that from the first trailer.
Yeah.
After it started to like ramp up in popularity and shit, then I was like, oh, okay.
I mean, they showed us what it was gonna be about, but I feel like at this point, games like that. Oh.
They just need to make games in other cities in the main core that they're doing.
No. That's what I was about to say. That particular game, yes, it did not need to be open world. But it doesn't have to be open world, but it can be like, once again, The Sims. The Sims is not open world. Sims 4. Sims 4 is not open world, but your reach is very far. It will almost seem like as if it's open world, but in reality, no, you're in a neighborhood. You can zoom out and it can seem like, oh my God, I'm all the way over there. But in reality, no, you got a wall that's coming up. But in reality, you can still go pretty far. You can explore that game. Even with that game, I think it would have been even better had they did it like that, because I would have been able to experience more BS that they went through.
Yeah.
I could relate to you more with something that has nothing to do with the main mission.
Like, imagine it being like like let's say like you're playing as Marcus, right? And you know how his owner was like, oh, you have like free reign to do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
So like he was just walking around the city and they just like, oh, we don't like your kind and all of this shit.
Yeah.
Because they're Android.
Yeah, like
and it's
you experience
you
that
start to
one
experience
time.
more. You start to sympathize with them.
Yeah.
And I mean, like even in the story, you start to sympathize with them over time. But it's just like.
Yeah, but I think about this. They kind of tried to do that with that one mission where he had to go buy paint, right?
But that was like the first mission.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It was only the first mission. I feel like it should kind of already be like that, and that I feel like that'll be like I said. It doesn't have to be open world because that's a game that really doesn't need to be open world. But then I would say this: the reason why I brought that up is because. Yes, that game was based in Detroit, but it wasn't my Detroit. It wasn't Detroit that I know. I didn't recognize that place. What?
It was a more futuristic.
It was very futuristic, and I don't like they did a small mission. I can't remember which COD game it was, but it was a small mission in Detroit, and it was basically, oh yeah, it's Detroit because we got the Renaissance buildings right here.
And that's it.
But other than that, all of this is unrecognizable. None of this is technically in Detroit.
It's just like with RoboCop, where it's like. Oh, we're in Detroit, but then you don't really recognize nothing.
Yeah, it's not really Detroit.
But like that one part of the skyline.
Yeah. And that's the thing people always do. They always go to downtown, but don't give me other places. If I want to go on Joy Road, I should be able to go on Joy Road. Seriously.
Yeah. Okay. But we need... Okay, so we're going to do Kevin's last game. We're going to talk about that, and then we're going to end it because it's 2:12 in the morning.
So I already talked about like a new IP. I was talking about the VR, but if I were to make a sequel or something, Kid Icarus Uprising.
Say that one more time.
Kid Icarus Uprising.
Oh, bro, we talk about this all the time.
When I tell you that is the most underrated game, all of time, because it was on the 3DS and it was complicated controls to some people, technically.
I mean, that's because.
But Kid Icarus Uprising, I don't care if it's a sequel or a remaster. Put it on Switch. I will die happy. Because
he loves that game.
When I tell you this game is so fun and it has so much love, it was made by the same dude who made Smash Bros. Yeah. When I tell you this game needs to be on Switch. It needs to be on Switch by yesterday, last year.
Like
2017.
2017.
When the Switch came out.
When the Switch came out, it should have been a.
That should have been one of the first remasters. One of the first.
Right, first week. It should have been before all the Mario remasters. But no, that needs to be on the Switch. That's all I need to say. That was my second thing.
Okay, so we're gonna end it here because I have to drive back to Detroit. Anyways,
I'm tired. My toes hurt.
we went bowling earlier, but we'll have more topics and stuff. And if y'all want to hit us up in the Discord and be like, okay, this is a topic that y'all should talk about on the podcast, I want to make a little podcast chat, whatever. But yeah, this has been Down to It with Down to Earth. My name is David. This is Brandon. That's Kevin, and that's Eric, and we out this bitch. Peace.